clear was given. Now, the battalion chief did tell me that it was a plastic bag that did have that powdery substance, and the way they described it is that it almost had this opaque look to it. So that's kind of what they felt like there might have been something going on there. But after they did their investigation, firefighters, all crews, they are telling me right now that they believe that more than likely what happened was that it was a reused bag, that maybe that bag at one point in time had that dietary supplement. Maybe they dumped it out, then they put the envelope in it, and then that was mailed. At this point in time, we don't know who that was addressed to, who sent it, if there was any sort of intent, anything along those lines. That's all still part of the investigation. The good news, of course, is that at this point in time, nobody was hurt, nobody got sick, so that is what they are thankful for. They did close down the sheriff's office to the public for about 30 minutes, but as of about 40 minutes ago, it has been reopened to the public. So that's the latest from here at the Lee County Sheriff's Office. I'm Ryan Kruger, Fox 4.
All right, Ryan, thank you for that update. Well, breaking just into our newsroom within the last 10 minutes, the West Winterberry Bridge on Marco Island is back open for pedestrians and traffic, as reported by city leaders. Fox 4 following this story for you all week after this bridge was abruptly closed on Tuesday following an inspection by FDOT that caused enough concerns that, as you see here, got them to fix some problems today. Now, the Public Works Director told Fox 4 yesterday that the bridge could reopen once those repairs were done, which started this morning and seemingly have already wrapped up. Fox 4 will continue to bring you updates, as now the city has a long-term plan to replace this bridge altogether. Well, today, nearly 3 years after an 80-year-old man went missing near North Fort Myers Big Lots, homicide detectives are continuing their search.
They're looking for 80-year-old Porter Albert. He's been missing since January of 2020.
So Fox 4's Brianna Brownlee joined detectives from the homicide unit on Cleveland Avenue today. What is the latest on this 3-year-old case, Bree?
Good evening, Shari and Nadine. Yes, today I was with Fort Myers Police homicide detectives in this community, a community that they say is very significant to this case because this is an area where Porter Albert frequent, and he also lived close by. Now, earlier today when I was speaking with the lead detective, he was explaining to me that the key person of interest is Tiffany Concessible. He also told me she is now living in Arkansas in a small town north of Little Rock and is using a different name. Now, surveillance video shows the Big Lots where 80-year-old Porter Albert was last seen on January 15th of 2020. Days after Albert went missing, Cape Coral police pulled over Concessible and found her driving Albert's car. She's never been charged in the homicide case, so we're not reporting the name police say she's using. Detectives say Concessible remains a focus, and they want information about her, and they are dedicated to bring closure to the Albert family.
Spoke to them recently as of this week, and they're still concerned and want to have some closure and find out if the community is still able to help, and they appreciate the law enforcement's efforts.
Now, you heard Detective Dole say that the family is hoping that the community can help with this case. Well, I was with them today when they were in the community seeking these answers. I'll have that story for you tonight at 6. Live from Fort Myers, Brianna Brownlee, Fox 4.
And turning to our weather now across Southwest Florida, you might be noticing a bit more cloud cover streaming in. We started to see those clouds yesterday. Well, they continued to build in from the west, but notice the few spotty showers associated well offshore, and that will continue to be the trend the next couple of days. More cloud cover than sunshine, but showers will be few and far between. This extra moisture ahead of an approaching cold front, a cold front which right now is working its way through central Florida. But here's the hiccup. It's never fully going to make its way through here. So we're going to stay on the warm, moist side of that front. That means our temperatures will continue to run above average. Speaking of which, beautiful live look right now at partly sunny skies from downtown Fort Myers across the Caloosahatchee River. Temperatures still on the mild side at 77 degrees. Look at that dew point. Dew point, the measure of moisture in the air, feeling more like spring. Right now, those dew points sitting in the 60s, and that will allow our temperatures overnight to once again run about 10 degrees above normal. We'll talk more about how long this warmer than average pattern sticks around in your 7-day forecast in the next 10 minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Well, it has been a long time coming, but the top floor of the new Margaritaville Resort is officially complete, giving those behind it a reason to celebrate today. So they called it a top-off celebration. Leaders from around Lee County, along with the island's community, actually all met down at the beach today. And as Fox 4's Colton Chavez joins us live from Estero Boulevard tonight, Colton, a lot of the conversations you heard today focused more on the community impact this massive development can have down there.
Yeah, exactly, Nadine. And it's because if you head down Estero Boulevard, this mega resort, this is basically the first thing that you're going to see from here on out when you enter Fort Myers Beach. And the people who live here and call the Fort Myers Beach area home, what they've been saying to us this entire time is, what is that impact going to be like on other local businesses? So we started digging into that today. Now, Fort Myers Beach Mayor Dan Allers, he says for the direct immediate impact, Fort Myers Beach Mayor Dan Allers said an additional 200 jobs would actually come from the Margaritaville Resort. Now, Mayor Allers says, like the celebration today that speaks to the resiliency that Margaritaville would bring to Fort Myers Beach, people we've spoken with say they are worried the small island will turn into the next Miami Beach, and it's a concern I brought straight to Mayor Allers.
You could still have new and still have the culture. You know, it's not the building that defines the people inside it. It's the people inside it that define the building.
Right now, Allers says Fort Myers Beach is already a fully functioning island, but admits it will take a couple of years to get back to a time like what we saw before Hurricane Ian. And Allers says the reason why it's a fully functioning Fort Myers Beach right now is because of the amount of businesses that are already open at this time. And even standing here tonight, there are quite a few people walking up and down the streets. But how does the impact of Margaritaville going to impact the local businesses, the smaller businesses that we've come to know and love here on Fort Myers Beach? Well, you're going to hear from them on Fox 4 News at 6 o'clock. But for now, live on Fort Myers Beach, Colton Chavez, Fox 4.
Thank you so much. We'll see you at 6. A Charlotte County man is now sentenced to 6.5 years in federal prison for downloading and sharing more than